trying to make a living the best I can. Now that's hard for you, and I hope you understand that I was born around left my house back home, Georgia. Mama just call me nephew. Now it's time to be a kid. Oh, who's watching? Oh man. Rooster, said Bellas. Hey Bellas, how's it going? We're walking. Hopefully not for the remainder of the day. Did you fix that flat? We're about to go see. I gave them the cash in advance, so they could go and get materials, but they didn't have the materials. So we'll see if they actually were able to get it fixed or not. Yeah, Bella said, hey Stone. Nope, they have not got it fixed yet. We'll go see what the holdup is. Hopefully they had one, and it's just waiting on it. Oh yeah, he's airing it up now. We're in good shape. Here was the hole. I don't think that was patchable. Less than they were. Yeah, one nail. That one seems like it's gonna need a new one soon. Yeah, here's the nail. Went all the way through. So yeah, that sucker, it needed a new one anyhow. They could have just maybe patched it up a little bit, the wall, the exterior, but no tread left. Yeah, the new one's got piles of tread on it. We'll put a couple miles on it, then it will be all gone. Yeah, this Baracow's only 3 years old. Has 20,000 kilometers on it. And I think the trike body that it's attached to, it's 10 years old. As you can see, it needs a little bit of love. We repainted it. It's supposed to be paint resistant to rust, but and I did go over it once before painting it, knock off all the big rust pieces, but didn't make much of a difference. It got pretty rusty right afterwards. Even this chrome plated stuff gets rusty here. But it's a work trike, so it doesn't have to be pretty. Although I'd like to see it get pretty once. Maybe keep it that way, but It does the job. Squeaks everywhere it goes, though. We've tried getting the squeak out of it a couple times. Got some string in here. Hey, free strollers.
Real man ka na ang tawa.
See if I can get that strollers out of there.
Yeah. Ay, lang na to. Si Shai o Sandwich? At taga Negros o
Almost got it.
Kay Bulag. Kay Bulag ang katulog niya? Ha? Kay Bulag ang katulog niya? Lima isa na to? Ha? Lima? Lima ka tao? Ha? Kay Bulag? Oo.
Hey, David. What was that number one thing we got out of the chicken conference? Probably diet teaching. Learned how to feed chickens right so that they could actually gain weight. The whole strategy of the conference or whatever was to get native chickens ready to harvest in 90 days. I don't know that that's really true at all. I almost got the strollers out of there, but gonna need to add some oil, I guess. Let me set you all down here and get this one good tug. Nope. Gonna have to just cut it out. That's good to hear, David. How much weight have you lost so far? As I haven't kept track of my weight, I've been wanting to lose some, but maybe I need chicken. As my wife and I were talking, we just gotta, yeah. Does that help? That's it. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome, brother. Good to hear. Get healthy. Good? Alright. Alright. Salamat. Alright. The worst trick runs again. Gotta go wash my hands. £240 right now. So you lost 40, so you were a little bit of a big guy, huh? That's... My goal is to keep it under 200. We're gonna go here to my mom's house, wash my hands, and grind up some chicken feed. Alright, let's go wash these hands. I don't want to be getting that on my clothes. Although these are work clothes. I am tall. Vibration. Yeah, there's a fair amount of vibration in it still. They didn't fix the engine, they just fixed the flat tire. But yeah, if you've lost 40 pounds in 7 months, 7 more months, you lose 40 more, you'd be at 200. Although I'd find that hard to be the case if you're tall. You probably won't get under 200. That'd be good if you could. I think I need some sand. The oil's just spreading to this hand. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. 6'2" and 230 is good. Or 107 kilos. I tried 200 pounds. It was very weak. Yeah. Don't want to get weak. Sand's not really helping either. Need some of that goo gone. Yeah, I'm just making a mess. But yeah, brother, that 230 will be good. Especially because you're almost there. You don't want to make yourself weak. Let's see if I can find nasty cloth. If I can find something that never gets used again, that would be ideal. I mean, I guess we can work with this. That's not going to get all over my clothes. Can you come here and put my water in here? Yeah. Yeah, I'll grab your water in a minute, babe. I'm just here to grind this feed because you don't want me to grind it in our food processor. Mom already has her food processor feed. Just give me one moment, babe. Go. It's doing the trick, it's just not doing it the way I thought it was going to. Let me get a plastic. We're gonna try filling it a lot less. Something like that real quick. Alright, last one, babe, then we're coming there. Chickens love, of course. Yes, they love bugs, amen. I need to find myself a way to get bugs more regularly. Alright. We're coming, babe. Good thing you caught me before I went to the garden. Alright. En route, babe. I don't know if the bugs help with the quality of the eggs. Yeah, they say that they do. Learning. Yeah, the bugs are high in protein. Protein's good for eggs. Not to mention anything that makes an exoskeleton of a chicken, like calcium, or exoskeleton of a bug, is made up of calcium, which is also really good for the shells of the eggs. And then I need to get my hands on some turmeric. I was told that helps bring the yellows out of the eggs. This one's a little clean. This one's dirty in the back.
Right there, does he, I know, the bar soap.
Bar soap? What if I just make the bar soap dirty? She said, try the bar soap and see like. It's the degreasing one from for clothes. Definitely made the bar soap dirty. Hey, looks like it's working. Got water on my screen, but definitely has some grit to it. Trying to get between all the fingers where I managed to get all the grease. And it washes right off the bar soap, so I guess that's good. It ain't gonna be perfect, but now I know what to use here in the Philippines. It would have said Gugon if we were in the States. Gugon would have taken it right off. Maybe a little bit more in there. Maybe some cleaning them, not get them cleaned all the way, right? I see that I missed comments, I'm sorry. I'll scroll down here once my hands aren't wet. Alright. They sure feel clean. They're slippery. Yeah. Good idea. I worked with my hands for many years. Awesome turmeric, much available much in the Philippines. Yeah, I feel like because it's the #1 ingredient in curry powder, readily available. That's what makes curry so yellow. Alright. Worked in a golf course with my hands as a groundskeeper. Yeah, didn't you say that was Minnesota? You don't really have much of a Minnesota accent. Are you from Minnesota or just work there? Or was it Michigan? I'm sorry. Michigan doesn't have an accent. It's just Minnesota because never understood that. Aren't Michigan and Minnesota right beside each other? Where chickens eat turmeric? You're only supposed to mix it in by like 0.1% or something of the feed. Like, so if you're gonna feed 100 kilogram sack of feed or whatever, just to put 10 grams in. Yeah, he said it don't take much. Michigan. So why is that, do you think? If you lived in Michigan, why is it Michigan people don't have a thick accent as people in Minnesota do? Yeah, very, very small amount. Because it's basically yellow food dye. I mean, it's got a good flavor to it. And I'm pretty sure turmeric has also got some antibacterial things about it as well. As I had some in that, I made up a tea the other day that my neighbor gave to me. And he said that it would help with my cold and sore throat. He added turmeric to it, so it's interesting that he thought turmeric had some medicinal value, I guess. Or maybe he just likes putting turmeric in things. He's from Fiji. He's always making curry-like dishes or curry-similar dishes. Scandinavia. Okay. Or Scandinavian. Yeah, I guess people from Michigan probably just came from central Midwest or whatever. And then I guess Minnesota just got some Scandinavian. Okay. See, I'm learning things now too, David. You can teach me a lot of things, I can teach you a lot of things. It's interesting how Stone Cold and everyone else hasn't bothered to say anything. I know they're watching. Yeah, I'm really happy to have you here, David. I haven't checked my WhatsApp. I should probably just turn on the notifications, but I try to keep all notifications turned off on all my apps as to not get bothered when I'm trying to do something else by my phone. Because it can be a real time suck. If you just let your phone notify you that you get on YouTube or whatever app that might be notifying you, it just takes up all your time. I barely have time to do all the things that I'm trying to do, let alone be on apps. Michigan has lots of Germans. Huh. That's some German. At least a quarter or something. German, Irish. What else? Jewish, Native American. I'm quite the melting pot myself. Just do your best. Farming comes first. Well, family comes first, but yeah, farming comes second. What did you just say? Hold up. I'm just doing some dishes. I try to multitask sometimes, but I feel like a lazy bugger, yeah. I was saying about how I hardly have time to get notified by my apps, so I just turn all my notifications off. I just downloaded WhatsApp the other day to keep in touch with David or whatever. See if we can figure out where I picked up the snail so that I don't do that again. I think it might have been where I parked to deliver the eggs. And to have multiple spots that I frequently park, I gotta make sure that there's never nails there. Otherwise, I'll be paying 1,300 pesos every day. It wasn't in that spot, it must have been here in this other spot. Or it could have just been something I picked up on the road. There's that building there. Maybe that was where I picked it up. Since you don't see any here, this is my other parking spot. But then again, it could have been intentional by someone else. I'd hate to think that of anybody, but some people don't get a lot of joy about me being here. Hello. The baby is not feeling well. Jayanne is feeling fine. I mean, Jayanne isn't 100%, but the baby got a vaccination today, so she's gonna be grumpy for the remainder of the day. We'll pray for the baby. Thank you, David. Yeah, there's vaccines. I'm kind of an anti-vaxxer myself, but they're apparently a requirement of all infants here in the Philippines to get vaccinated, so whatever we gotta do to play by the rules, I guess. Even though I don't do that, play by the rules. Alright. Oh, my keys. Don't want someone to borrow the trike. Got a brand new tire on there. Check that out, guys. It's got those little rubber thingies on it. Brand new. Better be brand new. Spent almost 20 bucks for it. But yeah, Jane and I have been a little bit sick as of recently, but everyone's kind of been that way in this area and kind of all over the world, to be honest. I'm not sure if we're having a repeat of 2022 or 2021 or whatever that crap started. Yeah. We're just gonna take a stride and keep going. Got eggs to weigh, eggs to sell, chickens to kill. I don't know that I'm gonna have time to do that today. They're all dying. I lost 4 yesterday, 2 last night. Out of 20 chickens for meat birds or whatever, that is horrible numbers. Losing money again. At least it's just 20 birds this time, not 200 like the last time. Last time I bought 200 birds, harvested 20 out of 200. Talk about waste of pesos. As you got to harvest about 85% to really make it worth all of your effort. Hey, there's that rag I needed earlier at my mom's house. I knew my dad must have brought it to wash stuff. I knew she had a nasty rag. I had broke out this early February, but I'm doing it now. Well, that's good to hear you got better. Alright. I think the chicken shouldn't need fed, but we do need to harvest these eggs. Well, looks like the chicks are hungry because I didn't grind up feed for them earlier. We did give them some feed, but you'll be successful. So thank you. Yeah, try until you succeed. That's the Philippines motto. I hear them. Yeah, those chicks are hungry. And that's, we didn't turn this completely into powder. We got it broken down a little bit better so the chicks can eat. You stupid chickens! feel like it's been down for long, but we'll have to give that one a proper burial. She had been kind of sideways since she was born. Those were the ones that the other day we found them dangling from the net above. What I need is some of that corn powder. Dang it! Left the door open and I got a bunch of birds in. Ate fried chicken at lunch. Hope chickens don't mind. I guess that's my own silly fault, leaving the door open. Alright. That ought to do them nice. Alright, now for the other ones. Alright, now we just harvest some eggs, I think. Set this stand up here. Alright. Roosters make noise almost 24 hours a day in our neighborhood, except for maybe evening time. While they do that, they're communicating with their hens, bragging to other roosters. As I've learned quite a bit about chicken communication. Speaking about chicken communication, we're gonna... Hey, J-Boy! We're gonna feed these outside birds. Let's see what I'm talking about. How's egg production going? Good. You missed it earlier in our live. We actually showed one laying egg. I bet you that was exciting for a couple people. Just tuning in, watching a bird lay an egg. But yeah, egg production is, I don't know, probably up 10% or something. Just like that. We got the feeder ready for the native birds. We'll dampen it real quick. It makes it for easier digestibility. Garlic remedy not working. No, the garlic remedy Most of the birds are dead. Yep. Most of those birds died. I'm nominating you for Hubby of the Year. Why? Because I went back and got my wife some water? Well, I appreciate it. I think there's lots of other guys out there that probably deserve it better than me. Alright, chickens. Come here. Probably need to add just a touch more water. It's supposed to be 14% water by weight. Yeah, whenever this corn turns to powder like that, you know, probably to get it dry. Or wet again, I mean. Come on, girls. Come on, rooster. Where's he gonna eat? See how he calls all the girls over with that? Scratches it, even though it's all in a nice neat pile. Let's see if he'll allow this chicken to eat. Chicken's not interested. But yeah, see how he does what he does? He just calls all the girls over. Says, come and get something to eat. You get more chickens to replenish your stuff. Yeah, if you got someone who's in the area, wants to sell chickens, I've been told not to get chickens from other places. To only get them from my state of Aklan. So, if you know anybody who lives in Aklan that wants to get rid of native chickens, tell them to reach out to me. I'm going to make a sign, put it in my trike. I buy native chickens for 300 pesos or something like that. 'Cause that's what I've been told that guy's going to buy them for. Oh. Dang it. If the chickens are dying, you can just invest in a cockfight and you might get better return. Oh, so I think maybe when you said replenish, I was not picking up what you're putting down. The native chickens aren't dying. I haven't got any problem with native chickens dying. The ones that are dying are the broiler chickens, J-Boy. We have one of these laying hens that got sick too, but it is hard to get chickens there. So maybe the money's just in selling layers. Yeah, we are going to be selling layers at some point. That's what these small chicks in the lower pen are for, and we're going to start breeding these layers again and do it that way. That's definitely what most people on our island are doing. They're just getting birds ready to lay and selling them for 500 pesos for a 800 gram bird or whatever. And whether or not they lay is actually not at all up to, like, there is no guarantee when you buy a ready to lay chicken that they lay eggs. Like, if you go to them and say, oh, they never laid eggs, that's not part of the guarantee. It's interesting how that works. But we'll actually sell chickens that are actually laying eggs. We'll probably even gather up pullets for the first while and sell trays of pullets or whatever, so that people actually buy chickens that are ready to lay. Now, when a bird comes to a new farm, it never lays on the first day. It always takes them a couple days. Oh, come on, girl. You gotta be kidding me. She's been laying fertile eggs, and she just broke one open. Which means she could be just a real waste of money at this point. We're going to see if she's going to eat any more eggs. And if she does, we're just going to have to do something about it. Knock it off. You're supposed to be sitting on those eggs, girl. Sit on them. And probably what happened is her partner in the cage probably stepped on it and busted it, and she couldn't resist it. And if I watch her peck open an egg, we're going to have a real problem. Especially because that's a black meat chicken. I would like to see her reproduce. Black meat chickens are not common here. Oh, James is in. Hey, J-Boy. Or yeah, J-Boy, said James. You need production leghorn roosters. We actually found a spot, James, at our chicken conference. The guy leading the conference said he's got a guy who we can get leghorn males for a good price. So as soon as I figure out who it is selling them to him and get them, I'll let you know, brother. The hatchery could work if they could get the right bloodlines. Yeah, you're definitely right about that, James. James didn't have leghorns there. Yeah, didn't you have leghorns there that don't produce eggs? I didn't know that. Did you get your hand on some leghorns that aren't making eggs, James? Alright. Well, she hasn't cracked an egg open yet. We're gonna give her some food, that way she's not interested in doing that. Yeah, I've actually never seen any of James' chickens. I don't know why he's never just sent me a video until now. I guess I need to just go on his channel and see what the chicken videos maybe. I've just been watching James since December, and I've only watched the new stuff he's released. I haven't gone back to see his old stuff yet. Maybe one day, if I can get, my plan is to get a new phone here real soon. And if I get a new phone, I can just set this one up and to watch it or whatever as I do things at the farm or whatever. Because I need to have battery life going. In this phone, you can't just. But I do have it unlimited internet at the house, so I could get his watch hours up and figure out what he's talking about chickens. She's sitting on the eggs now. Good girl. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Don't let your buddy sit on those eggs or step on these eggs, alright? I'm not attacking you. She got all scared whenever I put my hand down there. Yeah, we're making this feed wet so it's easier for them to pick up the powder. Otherwise, the powder just sits. I don't think he has any now, but he did at one point. Okay. Yeah, you just gotta eat birds that don't do anything. Take my advice and not do as I say, not as I do, I should say, because I definitely don't eat any of my non-productive birds. I don't have the heart for it right now. I don't like the idea of stressing birds out, but when they get out of the cage, a little stress reminder to tell them not to get out of the cage is in order. You don't want them to continually be getting out of the cage and have to continually put them back in. Then you're going to use this to cover their hole they keep jumping out of. Don't lick your finger. Yeah, let's go bury this chick and the birds that died this morning. Well, they didn't really eat through that feed I put out for them. I don't know. I guess they prefer running around chasing bugs. Alright, gentlemen, we'll be right back. I'm going to go grab the other birds. Anyone want to say something about these broiler chickens? Feel free to do so, but I'm honestly sick and tired of raising them. I guess it's good for fun. And I guess they did their part. I'm always saying I'm not buying chicken feed, I'm buying fertilizer. So I guess they did their job. They turned chicken food into fertilizer. But I'd really like to say I hate them instead of burying them. Moments like this, I wish my spade shovel wasn't broken. Or if I wish that I remembered to buy one every time I go to the hardware store. But I'm always thinking about new toys, not old toys to replace the old broken ones. Hey, Noah was asking about worms here today. Just ran into one. You asked earlier, Stone Cold, what was the number one thing I learned? Well, I'll tell you the number one thing that I didn't think was real is they said, you're supposed to dig a 3-foot hole to bury a dead chicken. I don't know about you, but I'm close enough to sea level. If I dig 3 feet, I'm probably digging a well. Well,
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know if you've been able to show somebody those, but they're findable on that. They're just little guys, but and it's just there's
do you feel like a 3-foot hole is really necessary for a bird?
no.
That was, I was just saying, it's like, don't make any sense to me why you'd need to dig. I mean, I get you want it to be deep, but
I understand the thought process, but you don't need to dig that deep.
can you see these worms? Tiny little brats eating our profit.
They only seem to have affected about not the ones, all the ones right around it, but
Yeah.
that's the worst one.
You gotta just leave it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll feed the chickens then. We'll let them peck at it, get the worms off. Maybe they'll come eat the worms off of it. Stone Cold said, how deep is the hole supposed to be? It's not making that way. Yeah, I get that they don't want you to be digging a shallow grave for your birds and having dogs dig them up, but like right now, my shovel is all the way down in there. I'm gonna call that good. Maybe go a little bit more here. Try to widen it out. And maybe he was talking about birds that died of like a disease. And these ones definitely didn't die from nothing. But I think it was just coronza, I think is what they call it. They get dehydrated from this disease. And then just won't make it. That's the garlic is supposed to work. It just, I did not get the garlic going soon enough, I think. Yeah, I'm sure they've had less shallow holes for nuclear waste before Stone Cold. But at least we got them buried. Alright. I'm sure there's a lot of other comments that I missed here. Don't lick your fingers. Do you tally how many birds that you've lost? I know how many birds I bought and how many birds I harvest. So if that's tallying them, then yeah. But no, I don't like to think about it as much as possible. Try to not notice how much of a failure I am. How deep it's all supposed to be. Do you get much worms in the greenhouse? No, those are actually cabbage moths, not like red worms or whatever. But yeah, we spray for them from time to time, but we have this BT, an organic way to get rid of the bugs. Yeah, it's not a real problem in our greenhouse, but it is a consistent small problem. How many of those bugs in the world? Thanks, Eve. Yeah. LOL. Still cool. Well, I don't think cabbage moths are really that much of a problem. It'd be frustrating having 100 chickens not eat one omelet. Yeah. Omelet? Is that what you meant? Or alamete, is that what you were trying to say? Because that's what the variety we're using is alamete. Hey, David's back. Thanks for coming back, David. We appreciate you here. Yeah, she never ate another egg. They say if a chicken eats an egg, kill the egg. Or kill the chicken. Kill the egg. But she's not eating her egg. I think what happened is the male in with her must have stomped on the egg by accident. Or she did by accident, and then she ate it because she didn't want to waste it. But she's not eating the other eggs that are there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they're fertile eggs. So I want her to maybe sit on them because she's a black meat chicken and she's in with a Rhode Island Red. And black meat with Rhode Island Red probably isn't going to come out being a black meat chicken. But maybe there's a chance we'll get a couple more. I'm making eggs for dinner. Thank you. All of us egg farmers, thank you. Alright. I don't see any more eggs here that popped out. And it is 4:15, 4:16. So we're going to go ahead and weigh these eggs. But yeah, we got pictures of the birds yesterday, and after analyzing a couple of the birds, I think I've determined that I do have a couple birds that have very Australorp things about them. They have black ears, and have black eyes, and those are the traits that don't go to the black native birds. So there might be black native bird in them, or it might just be that they were bred to an Acel father, because the one male down here looks to be Acel. If you look at his joints, that's what I was told, Acels. If you look for their joints, they got big joints on their feet. This one is his brother also. Got more of the Australorp. Got a little bit of the blue in his ear though. This one doesn't have any blue. That one's just all red ear. But this one's starting towards a black ear. But you can see this one, gal down here. What I mean by the ear is behind the eye. If you look at the one beside it, it's got red. But this one's more black. So we do have some Australorp. It's not all black native chicken. But it's going to be a couple generations of breeding the best ones to get us back to true Australorp. And they have to breed their brother right now because they don't have another Australorp male. But we're also breeding them with Rhode Island Reds because we just want brown leg chickens and Oshlorps and Rhode Island Reds. Both of the browns. Here's some of the eggs from them. As you can see, these aren't real true Rhode Island or black Oshlorp brown eggs. They're more creamy. And when you put them up against one of the white eggs, you can definitely see there is a color difference. And we've got a couple eggs here that were more brown, but alright. Enough jaw dropping. Let's weigh some eggs. My wife's gonna be like, "You're doing live again. You're taking too long." She's right. I do talk too much. And I think that's the whole purpose of going live, is talking with the audience. Although some people never do break the silence. I watched quite a few viral, or people that are getting lots of views, like factory workers that are just doing their thing like this. They'll never say a word. I've never had any more than 10 people in all doing this stuff. Do you have buyers' preference between white and browns? Yeah, we have one person that will buy the browns, even though they're small and mediums. They buy them for just as much as their jumbo eggs. So we always set them aside for that restaurant now. Alright, so we're going to do jumbo, XL, and large, and then we'll have a tray here for medium, smalls. But they're going to be mostly jumbo and large and XL, I think. So, jumbo, large, jumbo, large. Now that's medium. That's when they're on the line, you just got to go with the lower number. Even if it is, you want to put it in a medium tray or large tray. Always put it in the medium. You want to keep your customers happy with large eggs. So, large. Medium, small, jumbo, jumbo. But yeah, we do have buyers that prefer the browns. And we don't have enough of them, but they go for like 15, 16. Let me wash this. All right. We're going to try doing it like this instead of how we've always done it. Because maybe this could get people that are clicking through to watch. Wash the whole thing, I guess. It's not perfectly clean, but at least now you can see the sizes. But yeah, by far the best sellers are jumbo eggs, because nobody can seem to find anyone who locally produces fresh jumbo eggs. Everyone else is just stockpiling jumbos, or they don't get any jumbos, or so we have consistently people ordering in advance, multiple days in advance, because we always have orders for them jumbo eggs. And like I've said multiple times, they are the most ideal way to buy eggs, because the weight is, as you can see on the scale, significantly higher on a jumbo egg than it is on a medium egg. Like, for instance, it starts at 72 jumbo, but you could go all the way to 100 grams and it's still a jumbo egg. Whereas the mediums are always under 60. So the proportion of egg inside to shell weight is a lot better. If you have to get 2 eggshells that you're paying for or whatever in the medium size before you get the same amount of weight in the jumbo. And it takes a hungry man all he can do to eat 2 jumbo eggs. Most people just wind up just cooking 1 jumbo egg for a meal and saving 8 or so pesos, because you'd have to cook 2 mediums to get the same amount of eggs. Like I said, jumbo starts at 72. Like, that's a jumbo egg right there. But the biggest problem is when you see these 2 eggs side by side, you feel like you're getting ripped off on this one because it's 72 grams and this one's 85, 80. So, but they are the same size range. We should maybe sometime, once we get more that are over 90, sell them as like super jumbo eggs or something. What do you do if the weight is between classifier? Yeah, we always classify lower. We always try to. Like that one that you just saw was just enough past the line that we classified it as a jumbo. But like this one here, it's almost an XL, but we're gonna call it a large jumbo. And that one's almost XL again, but we're gonna call it a large. That way we always have happy customers. And I don't know, we've had a lot of people dispute whether or not this egg scale is right. But here's the thing. I don't trust any. If you're getting eggs in from Manila, I don't even trust that they're weighing them or that their scale is right. If they said that they're getting jumbo eggs that are bigger than our jumbo eggs, or saying that they're getting large eggs that are the size of our extra large, then I just tell them, all right, then that's fine. We don't need to have some sort of dispute about this. I'll just sell my eggs somewhere else. Because we do have a scale, and we do scale every single one of them. We take our time doing it in order to make sure that everything is right. And we're not going to cheat anybody. But I do feel like there's quite a few people that feel like we are trying to cheat someone. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if I've made a mistake once upon a time putting a egg in the wrong spot, but it was never intentional. When we, if it's a mixed tray, like I'm just 6 eggs short of a full tray or something, I always tell my customer that it's not a full tray of whatever and offer them a discount. But most of the time, what I wind up doing is just putting the extra large tray eggs in the large tray and to fill out the large instead of doing it the other way around. Well, we've got one extra large tray and almost a jumbo tray so far. Then the large tray is just right behind that. See, that's a medium. And that's a small. Oh, that's actually a pullet. I just put them all together in one tray for now. And then obviously I can identify that tray is a mixed tray and then classify them before selling them again. But we never get enough smalls or pullets or mediums to fill out a tray in a single day. Most of the time that's the ones I give to my father-in-law or my dad. Or give away to an elderly person if they stop in to get eggs. There's 2 larges in a row. This angle is not ideal. It makes for a good visual maybe for you guys instead of looking at my exhausted face. But I have to reach around you. There's a busted one. We got all of our browns and creams. Don't have any deep browns today. As you can see, we got darker creams. I don't know, that one's pretty deep brown. I feel like that's one of my native cream eggs, because that looks different than this. That was a big egg for native chicken. So is it just J-Boy still in here? YouTube's telling me no one's watching, which is fine. We're almost done here anyhow. Thought that one might have been cracked. Here's a cracked one. Are we gonna have enough jumbos to fill out that tray? I don't think so. It's a shame. Because I got an order for a jumbo tray. Hey, there's one more jumbo. Gotta get 2 more. XL, large. Yep, I don't think it's happening. These eggs here do not look like they're jumbos. XL, large, large, large. Dang it. Come on, girls. We need 2 jumbos. Well, we don't got none. Thank you, girl. We got a new egg from a native chicken. She's not laying big eggs, but they're, well, they're not even hardly creams. Yeah, I guess that angle looks a little bit better. You can see it's a little bit cream colored. But it's not even a peewee egg. We need to figure out how to get her eggs a little bit bigger. That's the first time I saw her lay an egg, so that's a blessing. I guess that jumbo tray is just gonna have to wait till tomorrow. We don't even have, we got 2 larges, 1 XL, and then the jumbo and the XL that's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Along with the medium and this miscellaneous tray. Alright, we'll get rid of these 3 trays, I guess, today, and the other ones will wait. I'm back watching, just sorting through some paperwork at the moment. But yeah, we got 3 eggs here that are cracked. Bring them home for dinner. I'll show you guys the chicks eat while I eat that. Do you believe in prosperity doctrine? You might have to explain to me what you mean exactly, but I'm not a believer in a lot of things that some people believe. You spray for the worms? Is that what
I'm
you
going
said?
to, yeah.
So, who's this Freddy guy, and where can I find him? Is he going to be alright with 3 trays for today?
No, he will, or
He only wants 4 trays,
he
or
will want 5 trays on a day that you won't know when it is until the night before. Is why he's challenging. Did you take any Miss Savai?
No.
Okay.
I just tried
She
to
needs-
weigh. I got 1 XL I could bring her in the large.
Yeah.
I got two large and 1 XL, and then a partial XL and partial dumbbell.
Yeah. She needs at least 1 tray a day.
Alright.
Because that's what she feeds her workers and they're hungry.
Alright. Here's a
The
nice
guy
brown.
the guy said when he said, hey, here's make sure he knows about the eggs.
Yeah.
So yeah. Here's another egg too.
Does it look like a jumbo?
Yeah. I don't know.
You see all these white dots on this egg? Isn't that cool? It could just be that you just laid it, that they're visible, but I always thought that was cool on these brown eggs.
Yeah, it's a jumbo. Okay.
And then
But anyway.
I just think,
Or yeah, you whatever.
XL and call it, I guess.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna spray that stuff.
Alright, got tray jumbo and tray XL. And we'll try to sell these browns back to the restaurant. We'll see. Yeah, what do you mean by prosperity doctrine, Stone Cold? That if you, there's a couple verses that say about if you do as I tell you, then you receive all that you ask for, kind of thing. If that's what's talking about, then I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, it's in the Bible. I feel like lots of people don't actually accomplish what's required in order to get all that they ask for. I feel like I'm really blessed with the things that I've got. And it's because of God's blessing. I wouldn't say that God makes everybody prosper. You got to think about the story of Job. he did everything right, and he didn't prosper. In the end, he did. It was kind of just a test, and that's the story of Job in a nutshell that we're supposed to learn. Material wealth for faithful believers. I don't know. I feel like people's ego is big enough to want things that God doesn't want for them. And that's the thing. I guess what I'd have to say about that is that He's going to give you everything that He finds is suitable for you to have. Whether that's all of your dreams come true or not, I don't think that's true to say. But Job went through for some tough times, to say the least. Yeah, I mean, I've always had all that I need, so I don't know if you'd call that prosperity. Well, I got money in the bank, so I guess you could say that's prosperity. Not a lot of money in the bank. And I don't want to have a lot of money in the bank because money's given to us to use, to utilize. And we have to steward the things that He gives us well to make ourselves be prosperous. But I don't know, it's a difficult conversation, but it's a good conversation to have, Stone Cold. But trying to think what other than these eggs do I need to do while I'm here? We buried the birds. We really need to kill them all, but I think that's a tomorrow morning thing. I guess I'll get a count on them. We're going to open up the door here and see if I can't get these bantams. I'm running out. Come here, bantams. Because in general, the bantams don't need to spend any more time in here. But they are not tame enough to let me grab them. They were whenever I put them in there. Maybe they're going to be upset about all these birds dying. Maybe we'll open up this other one. Maybe they'll come out and open up this one. I don't know, guys. I guess I can crawl in there and try to drag them out. What are you doing outside, chicken? I'm going to get in there and have some water. That's in general, this bird is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. By this point, it should be half of a kilo. This is Niwong. The legs aren't as fat as they're supposed to be. I'll show you one of the better ones here. And there's, I don't know. I'll have to look and see what, but if you can look at just their feet, this one's got a lot smaller feet than the other. And that's just bad genetics. And that's the problem with buying these broiler chickens from farms that you know nothing about. You just find them at a feed store. Is that you don't know what their genetic heritage is and if they're going to do well or not. Come here. So I think the scarlet stuff probably should not be drank at this point. Still smells plenty potent enough. Then we're going to go ahead and refill our big water jug here. Would you give me a hand trying to get these bantams out of the cage? It might just come right to this water once I stick it in here. There's that. I'm surprised I never got whatever all the rest of these birds are getting. It must be. Yeah, do you want to? Maybe if you can get that red one to move, come over this way. We put her in here so she can get some of that garlic medicine. But
I can get her.
Yeah, I think you're going to come in and kill all the sick-looking ones that aren't dead in the morning. I don't know. We tried the garlic and it hasn't made much of a difference, and most of them they've actually gotten worse. We've lost 4 in the last day. In general, we're gonna, once we get all these birds out, just disinfect the cage and try again with 20 more. I don't know that these guys will even go inside one of these cages. Probably here is about as good of a spot for them as any.
What else do you need to do?
I was going to say,
You want a hand?
Well, I'd like to try and move this bed, but all of it's too long to do one person. I want to take those pipes off the top because we don't need to lift that weight, and it doesn't weigh that much, but yet times 10 it does. But if we just get these pipes and put them over there, then I'd like to move this frame to the center, or actually I'd like to move it to about this green line down through there.
That way you have more.
And then we've got the walkway down the outside, because that's what we said in general, that we want to be able to walk down, or we need to be able to walk down this side. And but yeah. So I'd like to get it set up, level and everything, but until we get it where it needs to be, there's no sense messing with it much. And I think, for the most part, it's got, they should be watertight now, but it's just a little bit too much from one end to the other. Put water in them. So it's about an inch higher at that end than it is at this end. When we figure out that this is $1 million idea, we'll put a cement floor in the bottom of them. It's got a little bit of a slope from like an inch from inside to out. And then we can put wheels on them and move them anywhere we want. I don't know if you remember is that if you jump in there, I don't know
On the end?
like here. And let's just see. Let's just lift up one to see what. Go. I think we're all right in the middle. Go that way, and just see if you can. Yeah. Now come my way. Wait. Okay. Slow down a second. I'm going to lift mine up. This corner is about where I want it. You need to come that way because you got too far. Okay, hold on.
You want it on this line,
Well, the
also
lines are not.
Yeah.
The lines are not exactly straight. Let me get my tape measure. We'll measure from here to the pole because that's the. It is really close street.
Janelle is already here. CNA, just eat French fries. Can we? Is that what you're asking? Just eat French fries and burgers? I'm so confused. Do we have burger? I could go maybe find burgers someplace and French fries, but yeah, let me see what's available.
I can see it now. Yeah.
It also doesn't look like our edge.
What's that?
Just coming down through here, it's perfect.
The pipe's not perfect. But if okay.
Let's see, any rest right now?
Well, it wouldn't hurt.
Oh, they're on the outside.
Yes, yeah. The thick ones are over there, and that's what they're gonna need. Individual work, but I have no clue how much until we get that in place.
Is it under? Maybe.
There it is.
very
Well,
little
it
spot
might-
with soil.
Yeah. There might be more than one reason why it's wrong. Help me set those pipes back on. I'm not going to be working on this 7 week, but at least we can.
Frank's. We had potatoes here. Okay, yeah. I can grab Frank's. Make me hungry, said David. Yeah, just need to grab these eggs, babe, and run them to Sabai's. And then we'll go and grab Frank's burgers, and you guys can try. That's the nice thing about Frank's is I've never known them not to have. That's one of the only companies that I can think of that very seldomly runs out of stock. And I ought to probably grab a basket of lettuce or two, see if that girl needs ablation.
Yeah, she was. If you took her 2 baskets,
Yeah.
the bottom basket was empty when I came through at 2 o'clock.
All right. I'll bring her 2 trays as well. Dad will bring her out to the trike, I think, because I'm holding the eggs. But who's Frank? The burger joint? Yeah. Frank is it's just the name of the place. It's like McDonald's, but instead of McDonald's, it's Frank. We got to figure out how to get Frank's to order lettuce for their hamburgers. Then we'll never have a problem selling lettuce. Did you?
What?
You sprayed just affected areas or the whole lettuce?
I sprayed that middle bed.
All right. That's the first one that I found that was damp. I mean, we've gone over this 100 times that it's food ready, but I'm gonna find ones that don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I just sprayed here. So those ones over down at that end, that's a full.
That's I've got just 2 baskets here, and none of the other ones had any dampness
Yeah.
to them.
Well,
Like I
you know what I'm gonna do?
take one home and eat it.
I'm just gonna.
Well, I mean, of course, food's safe, but I just meant that. Like,
But I want to know. I don't want to think like it is wet with the.
I just meant that you can see this white powder from the yeast-ish product or whatever.
This one I soaked.
Can you taste the yeasty anything, or it's just completely normal?
It would be better with ranch, but it's.
Yeah.
Or no, it's fine. And there's a bug on it, but yeah, there's. See, he's not dead yet, but
Once he gets done eating, he will be.
I don't want to. Whatever. So I'm gonna solve that problem. If I get an upset tonight, I'll know that I need to be. I need to question the label.
Yeah, it is nearly dinner time. Would you be able to carry these out to the
Yep.
trike for me? Because
Yep.
I got eggs to carry.
No, I'll fix this.
All right. But yeah, whenever you get here, Stone Cold, we'll take you to Frank's. It's not an A-class joint, but they sell burgers for 40 pesos or less, depending on which ones you're getting. And it is, at least one of the ingredients they add is beef. I would never say it was 100% beef, but it is. Dang it. I gotta get water for these chickens that I just made. I hear you. I'm gonna grab you some food. Now they got food and water, they're not going to be upset till I get here in the morning. Can't lose his bantams to getting upset. And they spent some time in that cage, I think, when I first brought them here. It's not a great cage because it's completely visible to all my other chickens, so they could get harassed a little bit. But the plan is to eventually have them in their own enclosure, or let them out to be with other birds, and hope that my rooster doesn't get rude, because I got a big ass-tail rooster and he would tear that little bantam to shreds. We're already 2 hours in. Sure, the wife is like, I didn't think we were gonna take 2 hours. Well, sorry babe, we're on our way now. We'll get the Franks. I'll make up some fries when I get home. But first, just a buys to deliver 2 trays of eggs. Then we'll maybe go to Locale, see if they want the other 2 trays and the browns. But we'll do that after dinner.
I'm going to take part of a tray of eggs home for us as well.
Alright, yeah, there should be a couple partial trays there.
Okay.
There. You walking? Yeah, walking out from our garden. You can see it there in the background a little bit. I got a bunch of eggs in my hand. I have such a poor camera angle. Yeah, we're here at the trike now, so we'll deliver these eggs, deliver some lettuce, grab the wife and her sister and me some dinner, and go home. You guys get to come along for the ride. What are you eating for dinner, David? Are you still watching? Work for the next peso. Yeah, it's not. You'd think for as many hours as I put in here, I'd actually have quite a few pesos saved. But never ending. Work for the next meal. Amen to that, Bellas. So someone was saying, you've given up on being monetized, Bellas. What do you mean? You're gonna get there. I know it's frustrating as all get out, being in limbo, or as you said, the twilight zone. They can't not monetize you forever. Kids are getting out of school. It's awfully late for them to just not be getting out of school. Maybe it's the second bus trip, or maybe they had some after school activity. In this country, it's about food on the table. Yeah, if you got food on the table and you're a farmer, then you've made it. Definitely not going to have, you might have a couple pesos in your pocket being a farmer, but you're definitely not going to have 1,000 peso bill in there. I don't know, you probably make 1,000 pesos on your rice harvest, Bellas, but how many, that is of course If you don't account for the fact that your field gets flooded. I'm not stopping my great adventure in the Philippines farming. Don't worry. YouTube is just free. Yeah. Don't worry, YouTube is just free. We gotta think about that, fellas. You gotta do it more of the way Dazzle's doing. Dazzle's not chasing the carrot or anything like that. He's just doing it for fun, making friends, recording what he's done, the difference he's made in his community. It's just, think of it as a storage for all of the videos that you take, not so much as a means for money, because as I've always tried to not, and I mean, I'll be excited whenever I make $1 doing YouTube, but I by no means think that it's ever going to happen. I do want to see my channel grow. I want to see more people join. I want to make a movement of bringing farming back to the Philippines and not all this industrial farming that it's become. But I'd like to see the local guy make some more money than San Miguel, but that's probably just a big pipe dream. But yeah, for me it's not about the monetization, it's about the movement. And we'll see how far I can get this movement to go before some government agency comes in and stomps me. Says, you got out of line. You're a foreigner. You're not supposed to make any money here. You're not supposed to make a difference. That's our job. How much is the government going to make a difference here in the Philippines? See, fellas just comes in and we get on rants about things that if the government heard it, they'd probably be pretty upset about. But like, just for instance, we just passed the speed limit sign. They put it up yesterday or the day before. It says 40 kilometers an hour. And then it has McDonald's on it, right? So McDonald's gave money to the local government to put their name or their logo on the sign. But the sign right beside McDonald's says 2024, which means that most likely McDonald's gave money to the government in 2024 to put some road signs up with their name on it, paid for the signs, and then they just sat somewhere since 2024 and was just collecting dust instead of actually advertising for McDonald's. Yes, we'll make 1,200 or 1,700 on rice. But with the weather bad, we just really do one harvest a year. Yeah. You have to have perfect conditions, and you could get maybe, if God's in your corner, 3 rice harvests. But most of the time, it's just 2. And like you said, the way it's been this year, it's just 1. I'll get to your comment here in a second, so we're heading through the populated area, out of focus on the road. Dang it, looks like supplies might be closed already. They close at 5, I guess. What do you expect? Her motorcycle's still here, so she might be inside yet. I don't have her number though. I guess I could run around back real quick, see if she's still back there. You would think YouTube would give you the exact reason. It all seems fake. Oh, the exact reason why he's not getting monetized? Because he did too much too fast, I think. They want people that have been here for a while. Tao po. Ano? Ma'am sabay uli. Ma'am sabay uli alone. Sige. I had itlog for ano? Itlog. They're doing an amazing job. Yes, they are. ALDO says the country has issues. Sige. I accidentally deleted my comment, Bellis. It's still readable.
Mga si Lisa ng itlog na hamin sa kupon. Ay, kupon? Oo, diyan nga din, nagsiga-deliver. Ay, usan, kupon. Oo. Ito lang.
Sige, okay, sige. Are you already going home after that? Well, I have to grab the Franks, unless you want me to grab you before I grab the Franks, babe. They're gonna come out front, they said. USA really demanding them purple potatoes. They are depleting them purple potatoes. Makes the markets go way up. Yeah, that is kind of how the markets work, though. You want something to go up in value, just kill a bunch of the ones that are in the ground. Guys, it's not YouTube, it's Google AdSense. Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind whenever I run into any problems. That is most likely just Google. Yeah, Google AdSense. No worries, Stone. No, just grab it, babe. Baby is sick. Okay. Yeah, I'll grab the burgers. But I might be coming out here. I don't know. I couldn't figure out what Lola was saying. Aside from go out front, they'll meet you out there. They don't gotta pay me today. I know that's probably what they're really been out of shape about, is that no one has the money to buy these eggs at the moment. They can just, I'll come in tomorrow and buy them. Or get the buy-in for them. Be right back. Alright, we're off to Frank's. Get some burgers. How many should I get, babe? 6? 10? many should I get? 6 or 10 or 8? I could probably eat 6 myself, so probably 10. Should I get ones without cheese, with egg? What do you want? It just must be small burgers. Yeah, they're, I don't know, maybe an ounce of meat inside of them. It's mostly bun and sauce. Looks like she's got 4 more left out of 15. That means she sold 11. And has it been even one day? A little bit more than one day. It's pretty good lettuce sales for being a town that's got no market. As I've tried selling lettuce in a couple different spots in here before, no one wanted to buy it. She was open to the idea. We didn't charge her anything to hold the lettuce. So, she said she'd pay for it after she sold it. What do we get, babe? 10 suet or 5 suet? I'll be right back. And then one of the Frank's footlong, the number 4, the Daiwa.
Orders Frank's footlong, sir.
Yeah, no, just one order. I know, the number 4. The how much for it all?
Frank's footlong. Okay. Ganyan, makapara si Terry. Ay, si Terry, babe. Si Terry. Ito, right? Ana? Wala ko sa Frank.
you ever had Frank's Bellas? They got 2-foot long hot dogs for 78. I don't think you can get 2-foot anything for 78. That's almost $1.20, $1.30. Paul, could you add hot sauce also to all of them? Hey, Roland. It is a blessed day and happy blessed day in the Philippines. It is a good day. That's a, I don't know, I tried to smile. Maybe I was having an ugly face there. Where you at in the Philippines, Roland? Roland? Sorry, I suck at pronouncing names. Is this your first time here? We're at Frank's. Getting cheeseburgers for the wife and her sister. Yeah, I'm in the Philippines, yeah. We're in Poblacion right now. The political center of Aklan. There's the Capitol building there. where the mayor has his office and a couple other different offices there. I don't think there must be students in here for something. They're always in here learning stuff. Lots of them are just finished with OJT or just starting OJT. Or I don't think it's OJT. That's not the right word. Immersion. The high school students are learning careers. Smells like they're burning. Yeah, been in the Philippines since 2012. You all know. Roland. Did really well. I'm from Tai Rizal. Yeah, my wife's got family in Tai. Glad to meet you, sir. God bless you. I've done and subscribed. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. We do ag things here on the channel, so that's what you're going to see most of. We do Bible studies from time to time, but I have not made that a big priority recently, and I need to start doing that again. But been a busy man, too busy to film Bible studies in the last week, which is a horrible thing to say. Maybe we'll do one once we get home here tonight. As I've been in the Word with my wife most mornings, but I've honestly not made time for that a couple different times this week, so horrible to say you're a missionary and you didn't get in the Word today, but it's happened. Good vibes, Laura. Thank you. We try to keep things light, even when things aren't so light. You gotta not put up a front per se, but when they put off good vibes, why would you waste people's energy putting off negative vibes? We were talking about the government a little while ago, though, and we're saying some things we probably shouldn't say. It just takes the government a long time to do things, that's all. But it happens in my country, too. In Florida, in the United States, things take a long time as well. Yeah, we acquired the Frank's baby. Gonna try to sell some lettuce real quick. And then we hope like that. You said that last time. I really don't see it. My wife was like, I don't see it either. I got too much meat on my face to look like Adam Levine. I don't have a chiseled jaw like him, too chubby. But I get it, Adam Levine has auburn hair, or somewhat red hair also, so. And he has a big nose. I got the big nose. Yeah, Adam Levine's a very handsome guy, so I'll take that as a compliment. Hello. So I take that as a compliment. I don't have any tattoos though. That boy has a lot of tattoos because you look like a Hollywood actor. I really appreciate all the compliments, Smuggin. You best be a male, or my wife's gonna give me a talking to. Alright, let's stop here. See, this gal wants to buy some more lettuce. She sold what looks to be 11 pieces since yesterday. Do you want more lettuce? Huh? No? Oh, you still have stack there, son? Or before I thought. Hold on, how do you want it? And I even had enough brown laying chickens too. I'm really yeah, I'm just going around first time seeing you. Yeah. I'm typically delivering it that way instead of coming here for today. Over there. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll stop. I'll have it back there next time. See if I can stop. Hey, Darren. We're on the road as well. Are you stopped getting almonds, or you done for the night? I guess you're 2 hours later there, but truck drivers, they never sleep. We just had a guy inquiring about my small business or whatever. He's apparently never seen me before. It's true, I've never seen him before. I never forget a face, or I try not to. Yeah, he's like, hydroponic lettuce, farm fresh eggs. Where are you from? Why have I never seen you? Is what he said. I said, I'm driving around here every day. What did you get from the store? Nothing. I was seeing if they wanted to buy some lettuce or sell some lettuce, but she's leaving a smaller stock of lettuce out front and keeping the other one soaking in the back, which is a good strategy because it makes people think that you don't have a lot of stock. Just pulled the truck in the yard, finished for the day. That's good for you, Darren. I'm about done for the day too. Gonna go in here to my place, and I think that's it for my day as well. Tried to sell some lettuce just now, but they weren't taking it today, which is fine. I just saw they had an empty crate, so I thought that meant that 8:30. Holy cow! So you aren't sleeping. That's one long day. When did you get started this morning? 5 o'clock? You're not getting paid by the hour, are you? You just get paid by the load or by weight? Two hours, 30 minutes. 5 a.m. Yeah, so you're getting paid by the load? By weight? How are you getting paid? Paid by the hour, okay. I hope they're paying you well, because trucking is a valuable job. And I guess that's better than getting paid by the mile or the load or by weight. Hopefully you get paid 20 bucks or greater by the hour. But a day like that, you're gonna make good money no matter what you make per hour. See, I'm thinking of Maroon 5 songs now, smoking. Yeah, you ain't got to tell me what you make there, Darren, but I am curious. Most I ever made truck driving was, I don't know if I ought to throw this away or not. It was used to fry fish, which means that it's not going to be good for anything but frying fish. You don't want to fry potatoes with oil used to fry fish. My friend has it. Don't say that, Smuggin. We'll have to delete that chat. I'm a married man. Oh, Bill's in here. I appreciate that, Bill. We'll have to build some rules about saying things like that. I didn't even know you were in here, Bill. That's wild. What time is it for you, Bill? I guess you're probably just getting up for the morning at this point, instead of being up in the middle of the night. No, you didn't hurt my feelings. You're just offending my wife. We have non-offensive policy here. What is going on? My sink is not sinking. 3:45. This is gonna be disgusting. Get the trap opened up on the sink. Because it ain't no good if it won't sink. Oh, not bad. Just had one big stem in there somehow. I hear you, but I can't understand you. Give me a second. You've been here for a while. Well, I appreciate you, Bill. So I guess it is still very early morning for you. I'm coming there. I'm washing my dirty hands. Yes, babe?
I get earlier, you just never say hi.
I'm trying to get things ready. I'm
You
sorry.
just trying to get ready, things ready. You're here, you never say hi. You would just go there and just talk nothing to me. Just open the door and just say hi, I'm here. If you don't want to start working, you should also like do the work. Because I don't know why. Always doing doesn't say hi to me if you're here. Now you will just go directly and never say hi to me.
I got you, guys.
What you said?
Try, try.
Who will fire finish first?
Me.
You. Yeah. And then what is it that I asked you? Then he's like, huh? You will go first after you come in here. Did I say that?
No. Let me turn off this light. And I'll come over here. Okay?
Too late. I thought you would just go inside and just.
All right, guys. Catch you later. God bless y'all. Thanks, Bill.